So right now I'm setting up the sampling itself. So I got my kit here, and I'm gonna go collect my samples. So the first thing I wanna do is I wanna make sure I've got clean, disposable gloves. And then I'm going to take my sampling apparatus, whatever it may be. For us, it's a sample cup. Very simple. And then I'm going to go grab my sample, which the sample is, wherever you guys are at. So I'm opening my valve to grab my sample. I'm going to let it run for about 20 seconds so I get a good representative sample of what's going through our system. Grab my sample. And I'm going to cap it. Turn off my sample port. Now that I'm back at my sample location, I'm going to open it up. Now I'm going to open up my test kit. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my sample containers, one at a time. So there's a little bit of solution in here. You're going to set the cap down, leave it on a stable surface. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my sample swab, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to pull it out. Take my sample container in the other hand. I'm going to go down and I'm going to dip in the sample solution and mix it around a little bit. And then I'm going to put it directly in the sample container. And then I'm going to just tip it over and it's going to break. There's a perforation on each one of the samples and they'll snap right off, no problems. Take your lid, put your lid back on. That sample is done. Once you're done grabbing your samples, you're just going to throw away all the extra stuff you don't need.
So you are going to now attach the shop towel to the long arm that we're going to insert into the manhole. So we use 2 towels at a time. We fold it hot dog style. We wrap a piece of duct tape around the towel and then another piece to attach that towel securely to the pole. We are placing the safety cones around the manhole so that people know that we're working around here and cars don't run into us. And then I'm going to open this and then put on my gloves. I'm going to stick the manhole cover hook into one of the holes. Using your leg strength, you're going to lift up the cover and pull it off each side. I'm just going to open these to prepare them. Oh no. Thank you. Okay, and then I'm going to open up my pliers or scissors or whatever these are. Okay, I'm going to grab my collection tube. Take out the swab right before so it's as sterile as possible. For these types of flows, we're just going to scrape right above the flow of water. Go a little bit lower.
Like that?
Yeah, so you want that buildup on the sides. Okay, that's good. That's probably good. I'm gonna
How many samples do you do at one time?
3 per site.
Okay.
And then
All right, just explain to me now what you're doing.
now I'm just cleaning up everything. I think that these are used to gauge the water level. So what you want to do is you're just going to pull this up. And if you look at that, there's a bunch of just like sludge and grease that builds up on it. So I'm pretty much just going to swab all around this. You don't want to swab in just one area. You kind of want to get various regions so you can get the most representative sample. Swab face down. Using my index and middle finger, I'm going to lift up the swab slightly and then snip and close the lid. And we're done. So you're just going to carefully lower that back down. Don't splash.
Did the liquid disappear?
Yeah.
Oh.